I guess it's that time. How's it going, my peeps, and welcome back to yet another pumpkin spice month. I can't believe it's here again. I feel like I just finished the last one. This year has just been a big old blur. If you are newer around here, basically every single October turns into pumpkin spice month, and every Sunday of the month I will post some crazy, out there, outrageous pumpkin spice latte infused recipes. And I think I got some really good ones for you guys this year. But today we are gonna be making a creation I came up with. I don't think anybody's made this before. I'm going to make a homemade pumpkin soft serve ice cream and then combine that with an apple cider donut to make a apple cider donut pumpkin spice ice cream sandwich. So let the pumpkin spice madness begin. Now, being the wannabe cook moron that I am, I had no idea how to make soft serve at home. I'm certainly not going to use the recipe from Tasty's black ice cream, so I'm actually going to use a Babish recipe for the base and then add my own ingredients and twists as we move along. To make it, I grabbed a pint of heavy whipping cream, some sweetened condensed milk and pumpkin puree, vanilla extract, a stick of butter, and some pumpkin pie spice. As with previous months, you guys are gonna notice that I go through a ton of this pumpkin pie spice and cans of pumpkin puree. That's pretty much the easiest and most delicious route to go when making savory or sweet pumpkin infused foods. This one's pretty simple though. All you've gotta do is whip up your cream, mix everything else together with some optional food dye. You don't have to use this, but hopefully it'll give us a more vibrant ice cream. You're then gonna have to very gently fold in your whipped cream so you don't punch out all the air you just created. And then channel your inner DJ LeMay to cover this with some parchment paper and let this freeze overnight until it was completely solid. Now for the donuts portion of this, I grabbed some all-purpose flour and sugar, apple cider and baking soda, baking powder, ground cinnamon, kosher salt, light brown sugar, oil to fry in, pumpkin pie spice, butter, and a couple eggs. Now, as far as this recipe goes, it's pretty much a combination of some donut recipes I've done here on the channel, some I've experimented with on my own, and it's surprisingly easy. There's no waiting around for hours for this thing to rise 5 different times, no proofing overnight. This is pretty straightforward. All you've got to do is combine all of your dry ingredients, set that aside. You have to reduce your apple cider from 3 cups down to 1, and working pretty quickly once you take your cider off the heat, I dunked in 6 tablespoons of butter. I allowed the residual heat to melt that, and then tempered in 2 eggs so they didn't scramble. Now, the reason I was working quickly and trying to keep this mix warm is because I believe that when you dump this over your dry ingredients, it almost blooms some of the spices. You can certainly smell them a lot stronger as soon as that liquid hits the mix, so if you want to add in an extra step that may or may not help, I recommend you do it too, because it can't hurt. Now, normally with this recipe, I'm able to get around 7 or 8 donuts, but because I'm making a ice cream sandwich and I want the 2 halves to be pretty thick on their own, I'm gonna keep this dough really thick, definitely bigger than a ½ an inch, so I'm only really gonna be able to get 5, maybe 6 at most. I fried these babies off at 350 degrees, giving about 1.5 minutes to each side. Don't be afraid to let it get nice and dark brown, because they're gonna be doused in cinnamon sugar anyway. My main concern here is just that it's cooked through and the outside gets nice and crispy. I whipped up a quick cinnamon and sugar mix. I dipped my donuts down into that. I've been at these videos for a very long time now. I've had a lot of delicious recipes from all different websites and food bloggers, and there's been many occasions where I thought I was holding a piece of culinary perfection. I don't know if any of those will be able to trump what I have just created. I mean, come on now. I don't think there are words to describe how good this is and how happy foods like this make me. I don't care that it's a mess and got all over the place. I don't care it's like 4 times your daily recommended calories. This is fantastic. I love the crumbly, almost muffin-like bite of the donut. The ice cream is shockingly good for how easy it was. I would not have guessed how simple the ingredients are. As you guys probably know, each year I do start normal with usually good recipes, and then it only gets weirder and more outrageous from there, but this is an excellent start. Let me just tell you that. I hope you guys enjoyed the first ever pumpkin spice video of 2020. If you did, leave me a big old like. Let me know if you guys try any of these recipes as we move along throughout the month. Tag me over on Instagram and Twitter if you do. Other than that, have a fantastic weekend. I'm choking on the fog. I don't even know if you could see it, but it's there. And I will see you guys right back here next time. Peace!